Today, we are diving into a very critical conversation, one that affects thousands of young people in Ghana every single year. Now, and the topic is education and employment. Why are many graduates jobless? Very, very big question. Now, Ghana's universities produce thousands of graduates annually, yet the struggle to find jobs remain a major national concern. Is it a lack of opportunities, skills gap, or unrealistic expectations? And most importantly, what solutions can we explore? To help us unpack this issue, I have in studio with me Lydia. Lydia Kwesing Ej, who is a career coach. She's worked with several young people and top organizations, and she has first-hand knowledge of what exactly employers are looking for. And this morning, she's going to help me break down the conversation. Lydia, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here. And good morning to all your, viewers and also those listening live.
To us.
Yes.
Right. Thank you very much for accepting to be here.
Thank you.
Let's start the conversation by looking at the job market today.
Great.
Are there enough opportunities? Well, of course, as a career coach,
Great.
Do you think we have a job scarcity problem, or skills mismatch problem?
All right. So I will answer your question in two phases.
Right.
And greetings to all my networks. Yes. So as I usually post on some of my articles and some of my posts when you follow on LinkedIn, one thing I want to assure you is that 10 years ago, I was in a forum at the British Council, and one of the coaches came on the stage, and the main thing she said is that there are jobs in Ghana, but graduates are not job ready. I was really not happy in my spirit because at that time I was job searching. I was searching for a job. So I was like, what do you mean by that? Right? But 10 years down the line, being a career coach, I want to affirm that there are enough jobs in Ghana, but graduates are not job ready. Why am I saying this? Now, as a career coach, I speak to a lot of graduates, especially those who are just finishing school, those doing their national service, those who are about to enter the job market. One funny and one frustrating thing is that you see how the educational curriculum is structured.
Yeah.
Okay. So graduates finish school and they don't know how to navigate around the job market. What is the way? How do we do this? So they have been taught in the classroom, whether practically or non-practically, but how to understand what to do is a challenge, and whom to talk to is a challenge. Where to go to find solutions or answers is a challenge. So that is why I am in a position of guiding them as a map, as a career compass, to help them understand the job market, and so they can easily navigate through the job market. Now, there are jobs in Ghana, but the issue is that graduates are just job searching, but they are not job ready. There's a difference between searching for a job and being job ready. I posted an article in January, and I explained the difference between job searching and being job ready. The article was published by my consult, Get Your Answers Consult.
Okay.
Now, most graduates are searching for jobs. So you finish school, maybe I studied this, I want to just get a job. That wouldn't land you a job. And even if it lands you any job, you will not be fulfilled. You wake up in the morning, you go sit there, and you are nagging, you are not happy, you are just doing anything. And you ask yourself after 3 years, 4 years, where am I going? Okay. So being job ready is preparing the mind, the soul, the heart, the body in action. How to utilize what you have been taught in the classroom. And then building yourself with the skills, the capacity, the competencies that are relevant in today's job market. So you'll be relevant to the space available. So we post jobs every day. When you see the number of applicants and those who qualify, you'll be amazed. It tells you that a lot of people are just applying for jobs. They don't know what they are doing. So yes, jobs are there, but how graduates can understand the job market and utilize the opportunity around to scale up and get to the job is the issue.
Many of the young people won't be happy with you this morning.
I know, but the truth always hurts. The reason is I also wasn't happy with the career coach some years back, but I sit in the panel discussion. I recruit for organizations. I've been HR manager trying to find talent. How then can the graduates come? You've been invited for an interview. The person come and the person don't even from the word go, the person don't understand the job. You ask the person, the first question, what did you see in the job that made you apply? The person don't know why he or she applied.
All they need is a job.
They just need a job. But if you don't understand the dynamics of the job, do you think the employer will give you the job?
No.
So it is not about yes, the jobs are there, though not enough for everybody.
I was coming to that.
Yes, though not enough for everybody. But I always say that you are in a wrong place when you apply for jobs for more than 4 times and you don't have a call. It means that from the word go, number one, the fundamental tool you are using, which is the CV. The CV is your passport to the door, right? So if the CV is not well structured, if the CV is not revamped to suit the dynamics of organization, most organizations, we are not screening CVs physically. Okay, we are using the ATS, the applicant tracking system, to screen CVs, because you receive over 1,000 applications. You don't expect me to waste like 3, 4, 5 days screening this CV. So if your CV is not well structured, it doesn't get to the door. So the fundamental basis is that the tool that you need to get to the door, which is the CV, do you even have it? If you have it, how is it? So this is where I place myself.
Right.
Yeah.
We will come to CVs so that you tell us some things there. But I like how you started. Some fireworks. So I'm sure the young people that, as I said, I'm sure they are not happy with you. But it is the truth, and so we'll get into that. Now, what percentage of fresh graduates are actually employable? I mean, by industry standards today. What percentage? For
percentage, I would say, per my own daily interactions with graduates, and I mean, I will give like 20%. 20%. Yes, 20, just 20
just
out
20%.
of just 20.
That's worrying.
Why am I saying this? You know, I was in an interview room where someone wanted to tailor my ideas on this kind of concept. I positioned this in 3 phases. I stated categorically that yes, we understand sometimes the way our curriculum are structured can be problematic, right? And the issue is that yes, so we teach all these things and then the graduates finish and they don't even know what to do. You know, soft skills, we are in an IT era. People don't even know how to navigate with their computers. You know, AI is on the high stream. How to utilize AI to be more efficient and productive within a specific period of time. Okay, so these are things that we, you know, in as much as the culture dynamics is changing, organization and institutions especially should also change their curriculum. So let's say something that have been drafted like 20 years ago is still used in schools to teach. And we see that every day there are things like, you know, new interfaces, IT. How do you expect a person to go through that 20 years curriculum, come out and be successful? So I really challenge that we have to do more as institutions, as universities. Right. I like what the University of Ghana Business School is doing. They have an incubation innovation hub. They have an entrepreneurship hub where you go pitch your idea. If it is good, you get some funding and then you can kickstart. Entrepreneurship is good, but how graduates can be trained to understand entrepreneurship is also very relevant today on this discussion. So yes, 20%, I will give 20%. Just 20% are ready. And I'm saying this because in terms of skills match, in terms of preparedness from the mind, soul, body, those who actually understand what they want to do, they are just few.
They're just few.
Exactly.
Interesting. Well, 2:09. This is Business Breakfast on Z with me, Nee Trebi Hammond. Now, this morning I'm speaking to Lydia Quising, who is a career coach, and she's helping us understand what exactly the problem is when it comes to unemployment. Because many people say that I don't have a job. We complete school. I mean, they even created an unemployed graduate association some time back. I don't know whether it's still in existence, but a lot of people are complaining that they don't have jobs. What exactly is the problem? Maybe I should just run you through some recent data that I've gathered. Now, in the first 3 quarters of 2023, Ghana's unemployment rate escalated to 14.7%, marking a very significant increase from previous years. Now, alarmingly also, 22.3% of individuals who experienced unemployment spells lasting over 20 months between quarter 1 of 2022 and quarter 3 of 2023 held tertiary education qualification. Yeah. It means that most of the people we call unemployed today are people that have gone through the university.
Exactly.
And also, the University of Ghana alone graduated approximately 15,750 graduates in a recent 7-day congregation period, highlighting the increasing number of degree holders entering the job market. Now, for 2024-2025 service year, the National Service Authority posted 106,223 university graduates,
Great.
which underscores the vast number of young professionals seeking to commence their careers. And this raises a lot of questions. A lot of questions, and that's why we're having this conversation this morning. Please do well to engage us. If you want to send a WhatsApp, you want to ask a question, maybe seek some clarity on anything, you can text me on 0544 321019 0544 321019. We'll do well to get Lydia to answer your questions. But you can as well engage our post on Instagram, Facebook, and X at ZFMGH. We'll do well to read them accordingly. We are live on YouTube at Z Multimedia. Please share the link with somebody to join the conversation. Well, now let's come to the CVs.
Yeah.
You have seen a lot of them.
Majority.
What exactly are the biggest red flags that makes employers reject applications?
The first red flag for me on the CV is when I see the curriculum vitae written boldly on it.
You don't have to write it?
No way. The most relevant thing that should pop up on your CV is your name, your official name.
But I've seen CVs where somebody writes curriculum vitae and then under it's their name.
No.
You don't have to write it on it.
The 8-year standardized form, you don't need to write that. The most bolded thing on your CV should be your official name.
I see.
So your official name, then you put your relevant, if you have a website links, you put it there, your contact, your address, and then now you go to your as in your address can be your email address or your location, your PO box can be there. The other red flag is when I see people putting references and adding the reference contacts.
Oh, we don't do that?
We prefer emails. It's for one, security of the person you are referencing. And, you know, in the internet session, there are a lot of scammers.
Right.
So let's say if you are using me as a reference and you put my number out there, it's in the public. It becomes a public domain.
Right.
So people draw on that and call other people. So I prefer you use emails for your references. The other thing is grammatical errors. As if the person, you write, I pay attention to details. And the first thing I see is that you are making mistakes with just common spellings. So what is that? I call those things buzzwords.
Right.
You are just using it because you have to use it. CVs that are not revamp. And when I say revamp, I mean you are just, let's say you are into PR. I'm into PR. What makes you different from me? Why should I give you the job and not Lydia the job? The differentiator is quantification of your responsibility. Right. So you don't just say that I enhance the brands of organization, but in what capacity do you enhance the brands of organization? So let's say within a month, I'm able to tailor organizations to, let's say, 10,000 capacity. So in that, you are making us understand that within a month, you can do like 10,000 brands awareness, brands reviews. So someone who is able to explain on a daily basis what he or she is able to do, and you just saying that I'm able to enhance brand awareness, there's a difference. I'll pick the person who has quantified, who is able to explain. I will engage the person. Tell me how you did this. If I have something, I can say, oh, if I give him the job, you'll be able to excel on the job. So I give you the job. So these are some of the things that graduates don't know. It's missing on their CV, and it's become an issue of contention. You apply for more than 10 jobs, 20 jobs, 100 jobs, you are not getting any feedback. And it is all because you don't have the relevant tool, the standardized tool that can push you to the door. And then you prepare interview, because the interview is also another step to getting the job. So after your CV gets you to the door, you, the person going, how prepared are you?
Right.
That is it.
That's also another thing.
Exactly.
Now, but people have raised concerns, especially about using one CV to apply for every job.
Exactly.
What do you have to say about that?
So when you have a standard CV, I always say that the standard CV is your passport, but the tailored CV is your visa. Let me explain. So let's say I have a standard CV that is standardized, but if I want to apply for, I can do marketing, digital marketing, social media. One person. If I want to apply for something social media related, I have to tailor the CV.
Okay.
Tailoring the CV doesn't mean you are changing everything, but you are responding to the job description. The job description actually communicates what employers need.
Right.
So I put in brief what I need in the job description. So when you apply, you look at your CV and check the job description. What do I have that is not tailored? Let me take it out. What is in my CV that is not relevant for me to even put in there? I take it out. I make sure that I tailor it. So tailoring is like, I'm wearing this jacket. It's a bit tight on me. I want to, do some alteration. So you do a bit of alteration to meet to the demands of the employer, and it will get you to the door. So yes, you don't use one CV for every job role or position or title, but you tailor it to suit what you are applying, to speak to the demands of the employer, which is relevant or clearly in the job description.
What is the difference between CV and resume?
All right. So for resume, CV is more standardized. Okay. So CV can be used for a lot of things. It can be used, let's say politically, you want to, do something, you can use a CV. You can, if let's say you want to travel, you have a CV. It's like, it speaks to everything.
CV captures everything you have done.
Yes. Okay. So from your professional summary, okay, your resume don't usually demand professional summary. Okay. So from professional summary to your work experience, to let's say your educational portfolio, to your professional experience, to your awards harness, to all that can be in the CV. Okay. But resume is like, let's say I want to travel to UK or US. The school demands that I put in the research, any research I've done because of the course or the structure of the curriculum. You have to, you don't use that CV. You have to resume like response to the demands of what is intact. So a tailored CV actually answers a resume.
Okay, so because a lot of people get confused.
Exactly.
About, they are unable to tell the difference.
Exactly. There's a difference.
Okay.
There's a difference. Mostly resumes can be like a page, just one page. But CVs can be 2-3 pages, depending on what you want to apply. So let's say if the job demands that you have 10 years experience and more, you don't need one page to apply for that 10 years experience and more job. You need a resume, a CV, which is well structured, giving them details of why you have that 10 years and what you have done, some of your achievements, some of your awards, honors, that demands that you get a job. So yes.
I see. Okay. Are there some specific industries where Ghanaian graduates have a better chance of employment?
Yeah. Specifically for now, IT. If you are intellectually good with information technology, okay, because from it runs in all streams of industry. Even in HR, we have AI in HR. If you are not proficient in technology, you may not be a very valuable asset to the organization now. So someone with good IT skills, someone who is able to navigate with some tools, okay, stand a chance of fitting in a lot of industries and expectations. Yeah.
Right. So, so you just IT for now?
IT is the new norm.
Okay.
IT is good. With the soft skills, communication is key. You engage people. Yesterday, I was on an interview with, you call the person, the way the person even respond, it's a red flag. It's like the person is not ready. And I asked, are you okay? Are you not fine?
Give an example.
Okay, so for instance, I have your CV before me. Mostly, I do a preliminary interview where I don't see you, but I give you a phone call to know how you sound.
Okay.
So I'll call you. I'll ask first, is there a right time to engage you? He said, yes. My name is this. I introduced myself. My name is Lydia Kwesi. I'm a career coach. I'm doing this because you apply for an interview. You apply for a position to do this. And the person said, yes. Am I speaking with you? Yes. Okay. Are you okay? Did you just wake up? No. But I can't hear you. Can you amplify your voice? Okay. And the person is still speaking like in the same, they don't take it like serious. And you expect to be invited for the interview. Forget it. It's not that I'm judging you based on how you sound, but I'm trying to push you to even speak, and it's becoming a difficulty.
Right.
So communication, most people don't know how to communicate. I am in an institution. I don't want to mention where I work, but I'm in a public institution, a university. Okay, for that matter. People walk into your office and they can't even communicate certain things they want. And you ask them, it takes like 30 minutes to struggle to understand what they want. And I asked them, is it the English? He said, no. So what is the issue? This is what you want. See how I have to ask you a lot of questions to get you. Communication is a challenge for most graduates. So if you are good with communication, you fit in. Because yes, you are going to work with people. And it is very important. Navigating around AI, IT is very important. In HR, we have HR analytics, something that is most like relevant now in our industry as an HR person.
Wow.
Right. So you have to be able to work with data, analyze data. Very important. With your job, like a social media content, you need to be able to work with SEOs, how to optimize this. When I want to listen to any conversation now in Ghana on employment, when I type Z should pop up, be number one. How do you do that? These are some of the analytics. What analytics can do, what data can do, trying to understand the concept of streamlining can do. So it is very important. We have to, as graduates, react to the changing demands of society. As we speak, people still don't know how to navigate with AI. For me, it is a fantastic thing for me. I love it. Because for me, I can sleep and I've already structured what I want to do for the whole week, and it is on my socials already. So people ask me, do you have a manager for your pages? No, but you are always online. How do you do it? They don't know. AI is working for me. But most people don't understand this. So it is very important that graduates, also adjust to the demands of what is needed now, what is relevant now. So if you want to be an HR, what am I supposed to do now to push me to that level, right? If you want to be in social media, what am I supposed to do? What are the tools that is relevant, so that you incorporate that in learning, and it will help you excel on the job market.
Right. 9:15, and this is Business Breakfast on Z. If you just tuned in, we're having a conversation on education and employment. Why are many graduates jobless? And this morning, I've been joined by Lydia Kwesi, who is a career coach, a seasoned career coach. She's engaged with a lot of people. She's been on several panels, and she's telling us what exactly the problem is when it comes to employment in Ghana, because a lot of people complain of unemployment. Now, we often hear that employers struggle to find the right candidates.
Exactly.
So let's talk about employment in a bit. What are the common mistakes that graduates make when they are job hunting?
The basic mistake is applying for anything they see. So
some graduates just apply for any job?
Majority. I would say over 90% don't know what they want. So the fact that they think they have done something on social media and all that, then they suit every job. So yesterday, for instance, I have a page on WhatsApp. I post jobs on a daily basis for some of my network to apply. So I posted 2 jobs yesterday, and one person got into my DM around 10 p.m. asking, "Can you share the link?" The content of the job says, "Click on the link." The person haven't even tried to click on the link to see whether it will take him or her to the page for the application. They don't
DM you.
Yes. And I was like, just click on the link. The thing says, click on the link. And I asked you, do you qualify for the job you're applying? He said, yes. The person don't qualify. That builds the frustration. So you are, "Madam, I've been applying for a lot of jobs. I'm not getting jobs. I don't know why." I'll ask, send your CV. When they send the CV, you see the flaws. Secondly, I engage the person. What kind of jobs have you been applying to? And you realize that the person have been, wasting his or her time. So it is just about the format, the right format. You have to be specific. Tailor your mind, your body, your soul, your CV. Be specific with what you want. Know what you want first. Get coaching on what can be done. And then with 2-3 attempts, you should get a job. For me, I don't see just one attempt even should give you an interview. Go in there and let's see whether you perform. The second attempt, you learn your mistakes, you get a job. And then networking is also something that graduates can draw on. I am here today because of networking, what I do. Because 2 of my network called me on this same show.
Wow.
2. One called, 30 minutes, another called. I said, someone just called. Then it means that it's not a coincidence. Let me just come. Because people want me to speak on their issues. So networking, the right network. Don't just get into people's DM and say, "Madam, I need a job." That's one red flag. Then I'll come back. What kind of job do you need? Then the person will say that any job. It's serious. Like, these are some of the things that you do and you don't get the job. Okay. So network right networking. If you want to go into people's DM, make sure that you are introducing yourself. Let us know what you have. So what you have done in the past. It speaks to me whenever I get any opportunity. Your name clip, and then I'll just say, "Oh, there was someone." So I just recommend, and I've done this several times. I have actually declared this year a job breakthrough year for my network, and it is happening and it is working. So please, it is just about the format, what you do, how you do it. It's a challenge. It's a challenge.
You mentioned a very key issue about the fact that many of the young people do not know what they want.
Exactly.
And so they tend to jump on every opportunity.
Yes.
But what happens? Because there are some people who have pursued certain jobs in certain industries. For instance, somebody is in marketing. They've applied to a lot of marketing roles and it is not happening for them. Okay. So now when they see a banking job, they want to jump on.
I understand. So let's say there are exceptions to some of these things. I'm saying it wouldn't apply 100%, but there are few like 10%. And those 10%, I'll ask you, you apply for the job. Were you called for interview? The person will say yes. And after the interview, what happened? Nothing. Then I will instead of putting you in, I'll push you into an interview prepping session. Okay. I will engage you just like you are in the interview room to understand what you have done wrong. So sometimes when I do that, I realize that they said things that they are not supposed to say. And let me share this. I think I said it on Monday in one of my socials. Some years back, as a student, I think 13 years or something, as a student, right, I wanted to do internship. So one of the CEOs for one media firm got in touch with me and then interviewed me. The person asked just 2 questions. He said, "Why do you want to be part of us as an intern?" That's the first question. Second question, "Where do you want to be in the next 5 years?" It is the second question that actually threw me out of the door. And it is how I answered. So I started speaking about my future aspiration. I want to be one of the CEOs in Ghana. I want to do this. And the man, after everything I've said, I thought he would be happy for me. He just said, "Lydia, you are a braggart." Do you know what you are saying? These are the 2 words he said to me. I was angry in my spirit, but I couldn't share openly because,
Right.
you want an opportunity. But I went home and I was like, but this is what I want to do in future and all that. I didn't know that the question didn't demand me to say all those things I said. So sometimes how to answer and respond, it is not everything that you think you have to say that you have to say in an interview room. You have less than 5 minutes or less than 10 minutes to show us how you meet this. And you are saying irrelevant things. So graduates, actually, I believe that if institutions are on this call or universities are on this call, I pray that they will, there should be some career coaching, curricular-driven approach to help graduates, especially when you are in 400. If they cannot do for everybody, especially level 400 students, you see, where you engage some key professionals and also for them to engage these graduates. Recently, I was invited by the Marketing Students Association of the University of Ghana to engage them on interviews prepping session.
Right.
And it was really like a good move. I really love what they have started because most don't know how. And these people will go out and make all the mistakes for 20 months and more, for 2 years and more, before later they are able to get to the reality of what is supposed to be. This shouldn't be the issue. You should be very ready from the word go. You go out there, you excel. What even helped me was that when I was about to do my national service, I got an advantage with the British Council for a program. I've forgotten the program, but it was like a national program.
Right.
And then they taught me some of these things, personal branding, all that. So it even made me stand out during national service. A lot of people wanted to work with me prior to completion of national service. A lot of people. My first job was just a mere call by one of the people I was working with. That was that. I went there, the interview, I nailed, and I was that day I started.
Wow.
And it's not because I'm unique. It's because I got some kind of help, some kind of tailoring, some kind of coaching, mentorship. Back to back. I have to change the way I dress. I have to change the way I speak. I have to stand out. Your unique selling proposition. What is unique about you that is sellable from the other candidates? So yes, that is something that is missing. I don't blame them much, but they can also work it out. Right.
But maybe there's somebody listening to us. They know that they have to look for something that they can do. How do they do that? Something that is unique about them. How do they find that?
Great. On the Awaken Your Inner Goddess concept by Marianne Majid, a brand ambassador, I spoke about USP, unique selling proposition. And I have to zoom in with some mentorship for some people for them to identify how they can stand out. What will help them be unique. The first thing that is very fundamental is passion. If you know what you are passionate about, that is it. For me, what I'm doing is my passion. If you ask me, my undergraduate, I didn't do anything HR. Right.
What did you do?
I did sociology with linguistics. Yeah, they've caught me right on them. Yeah, I did sociology with linguistics. But that is not even something I wanted to do. I'm a mathematically inclined person from secondary school, best math students, best accounting students.
Really?
Yes. I was the girl.
And they're going to give you sociology?
Exactly, with linguistics. I told my dad, I'm not doing this. I was going to class with my colleagues who were doing business for 1 year. I wasn't going to my own class. And then my dad said, you will do this regardless. If you don't do this, you are not going back to school. You join your mom to sell. Yeah. So I have to do it. But I'm glad I did because I wasn't that engaging like how I'm sociable now. I believe God was preparing me for something that is a passion. Because HR is easy. My first job, I was a valuation officer calculating quotations. Like math is my thing. Most of my good grades are all in accounting and maths. Right. So yes, I realized that no, I do this easily. I can sleep, you call me for anything and we can do it without even referring to any book.
And I dare say that we didn't share, you're one of the few guests that we didn't share synopsis with.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you are able to speak to
so
that issue.
yes,
It
the
tells you.
passion
Yeah.
is the basics. So identify what your passion is. One lady is passionate about ice cream, and her ice cream concept is not the way we see it. Hers is herbs, using herbs for ice cream. That is health conscious and also enjoying the ice cream.
Right.
She's pushing that agenda and it's selling. She just won an award with one international organization to push into her business. So what is your passion? If talking is your passion, I mean, improve upon that, work upon that. When you go somewhere, you take the microphone, you speak and people, oh yeah, he got it. Can you MC for us? I want you to try MCing, right? So you just have to know what you can do effortlessly, what it is easier to do, and you are happy about it. You are okay with it, and that should be the point of, call. Passion sells, passion pays.
Right.
You enjoy, you go to sleep happy, and you get paid. So passion is actually your unique, something that is unique about you. We have a lot of HRs, but there's something unique about me that everybody says, and because I feel this is a passion. Right.
I see. Very, very interesting. Now, do you think that universities actually produce problem solvers or they produce degree holders?
Yeah, this is a good conversation. I like the question. So it depends. It's a 50-50 idea. Some, it's the framework of the mindset of some people. Right.
You mean the students?
Yes, some go in for just the degree. Let's say I'm going in for the MBA certificate for promotion. Okay. The main mandate is that because there's a promotion and I've worked for 7 years, and because I don't have the MBA certificate, they will not give it to me. I just want the certificate regardless. So they don't even absorb what is. Just want the certificate. Oh, yeah, just pass me for the certificate. So I wouldn't blame the universities much. But some of us, we go in there with certificate driven. Someone wants to be on a workshop. I'm organizing a 3-day workshop happening from 4th to 6th. It's a virtual. And the first thing the person asks is there a certificate? Apparently, it's not what it is outlined. It's not the benefits. It's not what you walk out of the workshop with forever in your life, and it is practical. It is just the paper. Okay. So yes, we are also part, but hey, if let's say 20,000 students are graduating from a university, give them some challenges and let's see how they are able to approach the challenges, right? So the university education actually is like opening your mind to understand certain concepts and also how to handle them practically using academia, research, and all that. But it is all on you. I always say that everything depends on you, the person, your mindset, how you are going to build upon what you have been given to excel, right, to solve that challenge. And that is where the conversation is. I believe that universities can give more opportunities to students to even start from the challenges the universities are facing. Some universities are doing that. Ashashi University, University of Ghana, I see some concepts working. But the truth of the matter is that let's do more. If they're able to solve the university's existing challenges, they'll go out there and solve more challenges. My take.
I like how you said your take. Right, that's great. But what do you think is the biggest skill gap in you notice in graduates today?
The skills gap is communication and confidence.
A lot of people are not confident.
No way. Very, very not. Very, very not. And I feel, yes, I wasn't this confident. I have to do it, like I have to work on it. I was really shy and very shy. I'm still shy, but not as it used to be. Yeah. Right. So communication and confidence. What makes someone get a job over you? Sometimes it's confidence. I'm not saying go and do over sabi, over confidence there. But confidence actually emanates from knowing your facts. Okay. What makes people not confident? If you don't know your facts and you are put on there, you will not be confident. You say things that you are not supposed to. You start fumbling and all that. Right. So knowing your facts, I would say preparation to meet opportunity. Prepare today. Read that book. Join that webinar for free. Go on YouTube. Learn that skill, that tool, that software, how to do, QuickBooks is now like the fundamental thing. Any accounting person who is in the university who want to be an accountant or an account officer should know. It's basic. Now we don't ask of Excel and co. We know you know. Now we've graduated from that to QuickBooks. Do you have that? So I mean, if you don't have, there was a time I was interviewing some architects for an organization. It's an engineering firm, and then for me, if it is a technical role we are interviewing, you will not come and I'll ask you Q&A. It will be practical. So they came with their laptops, and I said, okay, so this is the concept. Do it. You are doing and we are assessing you. Yeah. So you see the thing. And one person gave up on the spot. He just said, madam,
I can't do it.
No, madam, I will go. He thought it was like, come and... no, it's not things. What you say. Oh. We know. We know some jobs, if it's a communication job, we will listen to you to know how your amplification, your tonation, your wording and all that. We know. But this is practical. Nobody is coming to talk to you. We give you the concept. You build from scratch. He just gave up on the spot. Last 2 weeks, I think later I can show you the chat. He said, thank you for what you did. Now, I went for another interview. I was prepared. I went with my laptop, and I was able to get a job. He's in one of the biggest firms in Ghana now. But it is the experience he had at the interview. He said, I have not seen this before. Yes, you do it. We will give you practical. When we are done, we will see you. If you are 5, 6, the best two will come in the room. We have a conversation. We strike the difference. So confidence. And confidence emanates from knowing your facts and how to communicate it. It's really important. Soft skills to bridge the gap into this job market. Confidence can put you to where you are not supposed to go. You go there, but when you get there, what you say also matters. Yes.
Right. 26 minutes to go. This is Business Breakfast on Z with me, Nitrebi Hammond. This morning we're having a conversation with Lydia Kwesing Eje, who is a career coach, and also she's in the HR space, and she's helping us understand why many of our graduates are saying they can't get jobs, or why the unemployment conversation still continues to be in our narratives. But if you want to join the conversation, please feel free to send me a WhatsApp on 0544321019, 0544321019. Send us a text. We'll do well to read it for you. You can as well call us on 030395661, 030395661. Call us, and then we will give you an opportunity to ask a question or make a comment. Also, you can engage us on ZFMGH at ZFMGH on Instagram, Facebook, and X at ZFMGH. We'll do well to engage you accordingly. Now, another issue, Lydia, is graduate expectation gap when it comes to issues like salary and all of that. Do you think graduates expect too much when it comes to salary, or do you think employers are underpaying them?
So yes, let me pick it from whether graduates are expecting too much when it comes to salary. I don't find it a challenge when you are worth it. When you are worth the money you want us to pay. For me, when I'm interviewing, I always ask, what do you want us to pay you? Even if I have the skill, I'm able to go and negotiate based on your worth and give you what you want, because I want you to be happy and be working, right? But when you don't have the worth, you don't know the thing. Like, you don't have the worth. It's like you're an entry-level applicant and your expectations are high. You will not get it. So I always say that, okay, now there's a lady who engaged me about HR. She's in a firm, and she told me about some of the challenges she's facing, but she's still there because she wants to build up on experience. And I told her, yes, sometimes you need the experience. When you get the experience and you know your fact, then you look for the money more. Because so people want to pay for what you are bringing on the table.
Right.
What are you bringing on the table? Tell me what you can do to this organization in 1 year. If you're able to do that, get it and do it. But if you don't know what you are bringing on the table, we ask you, what do you bring on board? You don't know what you are bringing on board, and you expect me to pay you that much. It's not business-wise. Do you think it's profitable? It is not. You don't come and sit here and be watching YouTube and be chit-chatting and expect a salary. And the reason why most sales jobs are now commission-based is because of the attitude of graduates. I recruit for most sales organizations. The issue is that first, they know that whether they go and sell or not, at the end of the month, you pay me. So they'll go and roam and be doing other things and come with your fuel. They'll come and sit down. Then they are just not selling, and you have to be paying much. So they said, okay, commission based. I can give you 30% of the entire profit, okay, if you're able to sell. So the more you sell, the more you are making. And people say, I don't want commission-based job. It's laziness. For me, it's laziness. If you really love what you want to do, why won't you sell and get more money? Right. So it is, yes, sometimes graduates expect more. Challenge them. If you are worth it, why not? Employers are also supposed to look at the current, challenges, especially with the increments of, transport fares, feeding, and all that, so that they are able to tailor their salary structure in a reasonable, structure, where graduates will not be working and be stranded and be borrowing even when they are working. Their salary cannot even, help them to survive within a month. That is, death sentence. It's not a good thing.
Right.
Sometimes put yourself in the shoes of graduates. That is one point of the conversation. The other point of the conversation is that because there are lots of people looking for jobs, sometimes some organizations capitalize on the demands and then sometimes do not treat graduates fairly. The reason is that they know that if you don't accept the pay, someone will come and do the job. So they will not, work on it.
Right.
But don't be so sad with that, especially if you know what you can do for the organization and it is not you losing, but the organization losing. You just have to hold your weight and push yourself better. The right opportunity, the right appreciation will find you, and then you excel. Yeah.
Right. Now, what would you say is like a very good advice to fresh graduates when it comes to standing out in the job market?
All right. So practically, as I have experience, as I still coach people, is that I always say, before you leave my office as a national service personnel, before you go out from level 400 into the job market proper, please make sure that you have undergone some kind of career coaching, where career coaching means that let somebody look at your CV for you first. You draft it yourself. Get an expert to look at it for you and advise. Prepare that too. That will help you, because someone can see you are good and say, oh, can I have your CV? It should be ready, something available.
Right.
So before you leave out of school to the job market, you should at least have a CV. The second thing is that you should build upon your communication skills very well. How to sell, your unique selling proposition, how to stand out is very important. You should build upon that. So when you are in there, people can recognize you, stand out easily. Well, people, you put graduates in a room, you ask questions. Do you have any questions? Nobody wants to talk. They have questions too, but they don't want to talk. You see, it's not them. It's sometimes you don't understand, but that kind of thing. So we have to help them in their public speaking abilities, capabilities. The other thing is personal branding. Okay, it's not about dressing, but the little you can do to look a bit okay.
Right.
Because people have come for interviews, and in fact, it wasn't good. From the smell to everything.
The smell also counts.
Yes, it counts. You are sweaty, but sometimes you enter and let's say the whole room have absorbed your sweat. And the thing is that, maybe if it is a place that people will be coming in and out, you may be good, but you'll not be picked because of that. And nobody is telling you the truth. So I advise that you get someone who will tell you the truth. someone you look up to, a career person who will say, okay, let's work on this, do ABC, it will help you. Because sometimes these things also count, right? And then your communication, and also how to navigate with information technology, some of the tools, some of the equipment. You should also build up on that and go out with confidence. You are more than capable. I mean, you can.
You're more than capable. You can.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to us, you're more than capable. You actually can. But it's many companies hire based on who you know today than exactly maybe what you know.
Exactly.
How can we break into the system?
Great. Most organizations are comfortable with recommendations, sometimes based on experience. Some have gone in there and then they have stolen from the organization. We have organizational theft each and every day. Okay, so sometimes recommendation help because you know that the person recommending the actual individual, you know the person is worth it, and so the person will bring you something good. But I always say that all the places I've worked, I go in there solo. I don't know anybody. Yeah. And because of that, I always say that if you know your facts and you know your worth and you are sellable and you are confident about what you know and you can say, I can do this for you. You just give me the try for 3 months. If it doesn't work for you, let's cancel this contract. You can actually get the job. Wherever I've worked, you go there and there's friends and family. I'm telling you. You go in there and it's like, I ask everybody, like, I know this, that's why I'm here. But I came in solo, right? It is not me. I also say that the grace of God counts. I'm a staunch Christian. So, yes, be prayerful, but action, work on yourself.
Right.
And also trust in what you have. And after coaching, I feel people get coaching and their confidence actually is a bit up because they have spoken to someone who is already in the door and they go out there and they sell. So it is not all jobs that are recommendations. There are some genuine ones. Sometimes you may meet someone and the person will say, oh, Lydia can do this, let's put her on the spot because of your engagement. There's something I always call your elevator pitch. And I always let your elevator page be your CV page or interview page, right? So let's say I have only 1 minute. I meet you in a meeting. You are passing through. What do I say that you go sleep and you are remembering? Or you are asking, that lady. That is something we have to build upon as graduates. So have a pitch, what you can say in, let's say a sentence that somebody will just go and be still thinking about you. I learned this the hard way from, I think, after school. And it has really helped me. I introduce myself. I say one key thing and you go and you are thinking, hey, when I don't remember your name, but you are the lady who said this. Yeah. So
can you pitch? Can you do one right now?
Okay.
I'm putting you on the spot.
I know, right? So my name is Lydia Kwesi. Nice meeting you. I am a career coach. My main aim is to help job seekers navigate through the job market with ease. Over 1,000 jobs have been prepared and made free for students and graduates over the past 2 years. This have been done through CV review, CV webinars, interview prepping, and all that. So yes, give me 2 years and I'll be able to help over 2,000 job seekers excel in the job market.
So with this one, who are you talking to?
I'm talking to anyone I'm meeting who want to know who I am.
Right.
So the person goes and says that the lady who says that I should give her 2 years and can push like 2,000 job seekers to the job.
To the job market.
As simple.
I see. So how do we learn? So we have to draft it and all of that.
Yeah. So the best point of contact is, what you do. What are the 2 things that you think it's bigger or it's high? Just put it in a sentence. If there's more than 2 or 3 sentences, shorten it, make it a bit brief, right? And then you practice it. Practice makes man perfect. So let's say you say it, you look into the mirror so that you don't look that serious. And then I always say that own it. It's your brand. Own it.
Okay.
If you check my LinkedIn profile, I say I help job seekers navigate through the job market with ease. That's it. That's me. You don't see that on anyone's profile. There are lots of people there, right? So yes, you do that. You pitch it, you practice, and then you own it. So when you are sleeping and I tap you,
you should be able to do that.
Oh, hi, who are you? Just do that and you'll be free.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I wanted us to talk about entrepreneurship a bit.
Yeah.
But just before that, I want to take you back. Now, when we're talking about people knowing what exactly they want and all of that, this question came to mind. In this economy, should graduates accept any job? Because I know there are not enough jobs, as you said.
Yeah.
Should they accept any jobs, or they should be strict and stick to a particular career path?
You know, one thing I always say is that when you finish school, you are just testing waters. It's only few who knows that I want to become this and they become, right. From the word go, especially in Ghana here. So you are testing waters. For me, I tested waters. I was a valuation officer for an interior organization. Okay. I work as a sales engineer for an engineering firm where I was only the lady without an engineering background among the engineers, right? I did few of that. Before later, I think the HR traveled to South Africa, and then they all voted that Lydia should be acting in her stead.
Wow.
I acted. Within 2 weeks, I was made the general HR. That was where I discovered that this is it.
This is what you can.
Right. So sometimes you have to try. Build upon the experience. Someone have had more than 10 years experience doing marketing, and the person says, me, it's HR I want to do. And I ask the person, why do you think HR is what you want to do? The person is not able to explain in a very wow manner to me. Right. And I tell her that, you know something, I believe that there's something about marketing that is relatable to HR. I have done marketing before. I have done sales before. I have done quotation, valuation before. And so as an HR, I am able to do my own, personal branding. Right. I'm able to do my own selling. You know, I can teach you how to sell for my organization, right? Because I have been there before. If I haven't gone through trying all those things and now getting to where I want to professionally build, will I be able to do that? I'll be just one-sided.
Right.
Okay, so sometimes you give yourself like 3 years, and then most jobs are sometimes relatable. If you are doing administrative work right now, you can do it, and if you have the love for people, you can also venture into human resource. Okay. It will help you become a good HR administrator because you have done administration and people together, right? Yeah, sometimes if you are good with IT, and you are also good, you want to be in PR, it helps you because you can build on IT and then create more awareness because it's relatable. You can relate it to what you want to do. Right. So sometimes you have to try, but don't be there for more than 3 years. By that time, you should be able to discover actually among all that says what you really want to do. And then start with your career. I got to know that HR is something before I certified in HR. So I'm a senior professional in HR.
Oh, wow.
Before, I'm also a member of Ghana Human Resource, the Chartered Institute of Ghana. Yes. So I did up to a certain level, and I said, okay, yeah, this is what I want to do. So let me just stamp on it. Let me go seal it. Right. So that, I have my badge. Right. I can, use it, engage on public and all that. Right. So you have to just do to a level. I always say that maybe sometimes you have done more than 10 years before discovery. It's not too late. Don't think that you've wasted 10 years. Ask yourself, what I have done for the past 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, how is it relatable to my new discovery? Okay. How do I bring it to make me stand out? Because you may have that someone has been in that industry for 10 years but do not have that combination. Right. And capitalize on that and you are okay.
Right. Now, one of the options, the alternatives when it comes to career path is entrepreneurship. Great. But do you think everybody can do entrepreneurship?
It's not everybody that can do entrepreneurship, straight up.
Why do you say that?
The reason is that entrepreneurship emanates from passion.
How so?
Yes. So let's say you want to do, you want to be in made in Ghana West. If you are not passionate about what you are doing, you are going to fail several times. It's not like you just start and you are blowing. Some start, they want to even close up. I listen to where Ghana CEO, and she said last year was one of the difficult times in her life. She wanted to shut down everything, but what even kept her was that what of the people that she's employed and giving hope, right? So entrepreneurship is not that easy, right? And if you don't have the passion for what you want to do, you will give up. You will quit. Okay, so if you don't have the passion to venture it, so you are not looking at whether you are making sales or not.
Right.
This is what I see it, and I will push it until I see the realization of it, until I see the impact of it, until I see the growth. So some start like 4-5 years, no profit. At 6 before they start getting something. So sometimes you are now building test and trial. Oh, you give people samples, okay? They are not paying. You are giving, it's like 2 years you are giving samples. Until one day someone say, okay, Jack, let's give her the contract. So if you don't have that passion, and most of us are not even patient as graduates. Patience, we are not patient enough to wait for the thing to, like a child, to start from scratch, crawl, start working, and then now grow. We are not patient. That is why we can't even stay on a job for a long time. If the person realizes that it's not really working, like only time, that kind of thing.
Right.
So the passion is very key. If you are passionate, a lot of people will leave you on the way. You may start with people, right? As I sit here, I have not employed, but I have over 10 volunteers. Some are HR professionals, some are HR money. On my team, they want to learn and become better with what they do. Some even have more experience than I do, especially in practice, but they still want to learn. There are people that you start with, it gets to a time, you see that they don't want to, pull again. So when you start, you are the only one who see that vision.
Yeah.
You are the only one who knows that vision. You have seen the vision. And if the people do not buy in the vision that you have seen, at a point when things are not going well, they'll leave you on the road. But that is when passion counts, because you see the vision.
Right.
When you don't give up. So you don't give up whether everybody have left you. People started jobs in Ghana. You got to a time, everybody left them.
That's true.
But they kept it up. They keep moving. Now they are there. And those people want to come.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just basics.
Thank you so much. I mean, it's been a great conversation.
Great.
We have to go. We have just about 6 or 5 minutes to wrap up. But just before that, I want us to talk solutions.
Great.
You are an HR person. You are a career person.
Yeah.
What do you think HR professionals and employers can actually do to reduce graduate unemployment?
For employers, we have to give everybody the opportunity. Okay, sometimes I may say that someone will say, I need this amount of money, but listen to the person and go on the negotiation table. Don't scrap it. Go on the negotiation table. Let the person know why you can't pay that amount and what you can give. People are willing to accept regardless. Okay, so for employers, yes. Secondly, salary structure. I see a lot of people not paid well, creating a good condition, working in condition for people, employees, so that they can, function and grow. Where there's flexibility, you don't have to drive all the way in traffic. Come and sit in the office and work before you are productive. At least you can work from home, hybrid, that kind of environment, so that employees can also do other things to support themselves and grow and still be relevant on the job. Right. So these are some of the things. Training, development. What can you do? I come to your work. I have this kind of expertise or experience. I go even lower than when I joined. Annual training, monthly training, helping them develop themselves to be more relevant in their space. Now, entrepreneurship. We should encourage entrepreneurship support, especially for graduates. I see entrepreneurship helping solve most of Ghanaian undergraduate problems and challenges. So let's say in the schools, let's encourage them. Let's have these innovation hubs Okay, let's have this entrepreneurship hubs where we coach them, we help them, so when they are done with school, they can come out and be successful. Start something on their own. Albert Einstein stated that, right? I said, I am grateful for anyone who said no to me. Because they said no to me, I did it myself. Right. So yes, some will be no, we will not get jobs for everybody, but with entrepreneurship training and all that, some will go out there and do it themselves and also employ other people to join in. Yeah.
Lydia Kwesing Ajay. Great conversation. I'm super grateful that you came. But maybe your final words.
All right. So my final words is that graduates, it's not everyone you see out there that is there because somebody recommended. When you work on yourself, when you develop yourself, when you prepare yourself to meet opportunity, when the opportunity comes, you will excel. So don't give up. If you are in school today, make sure that aside the academic curriculum, you are engaging in networking issues, networking problems and challenges, so you can also build upon yourself and excel on the job market. Now, work on that CV, get tailoring, get career coaching, and you will be good. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. Can you want to put out your social media?
Yes.
Somebody
so
want to get in touch with
on
you?
LinkedIn, Lydia Kwesing Ajay, Facebook, Lydia Kwesing, Twitter, Lydia Kwesing, Twitter or X, Lydia Kwesing, Instagram, Lydia Kwesing. Get Your Answers Consult LinkedIn, Get Your Answers Consult Instagram, Get Your Answers Consult Facebook. Please follow me on all channels. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lydia Kwesing Ajay.
Yeah.
Lydia Kwesing Ajay is a career coach and also an HR professional. She's been talking to us on the subject of why young people or maybe graduates are jobless. And she's made us understand a lot of things. And one thing is very certain. She made one thing very clear, that a university degree alone is not enough. You need to get the knowledge from the university. And the job market is also changing. And so must we. We must be able to adapt to the changing markets. And graduates need to be more flexible and more skilled. And you mentioned soft skills, really, and also more productive. Employers too have a role to play in training, in development, and also mentoring younger talent. A huge thank you to you.
Thank you.
Lydia, we're grateful for sharing such valuable insights.
Thank you.
And of course, thank you to you, our listener, for staying with us throughout this conversation. Make sure that you continue the conversation online. So please engage us